our good friend Matt Bellis is going to be with us. He's on the line. We're going to be talking about Liberty HealthShare. You know, if you're in need of a healthcare program, you're in luck. I've been with Liberty HealthShare and my family for 8 years. Think about that. We've been 8 years with our family. This is the best thing that I've ever done. I could go work for the government tomorrow with their Cadillac plan. Liberty's the best plan ever. I don't have to go to a network. I go to my own doctor. I go to my own hospital. Other people are helping me. I help them. It's the best thing ever. The rates for the program are under anything you're going to find. You can sign up throughout the year with membership starting as early as the following month, and there's no contracts or commitments. Programs start as low as $199, and you choose your own thing. I've been on this 8 years, been the best thing I've ever done. And look, I'm out of the whole healthcare insurance rat race. That's the great thing about it. Go to libertyhealthshare.org. Joining us now is Matt Bellis. Matt is now president of Liberty HealthShare. Matt, great to have you with us, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, John.
Hey, I tell you what, I've had your dad on so many times. We end up half the time we end up talking about baseball or his stupid Indians or whatever roots for up there, the Browns, and he's told me last year when he came on that this was it. This was going to be their season. They were going to the Super Bowl. Would they win 6 or 7 games, right? So, but your father's a diehard.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I've tried to woo him over to the Steelers, but he won't move.
He's a Browns fan for life. I remember making fun of him when because he's been coming on for years, when they drafted, what was that guy's name from Texas A&M? Football Johnny or Johnny Football? Is that Manziel? And your father was telling me, oh no, Johnny Manziel's, he's going to lead us to a Super Bowl. Johnny Football. All he did was end up in jail, didn't he? Something like that. Oh my goodness, we're going off track here, man. But it's good to have some fun, though. It's been a little intense here the last several days. Needless to say, we're in Ohio. But I got to tell you, I just want to talk about your company. I'm such a believer in it, Matt, because we've been on it for an 8-year period. My family's been on it, and we run our own business. And when this whole Obamacare thing came down, it was a disaster for us. We couldn't afford insurance. In fact, we were without insurance for a time because I simply couldn't pay it. We found LHS, and Liberty HealthShare, Matt Bellis, has been a godsend to us. And I love the fact that when you pay your share every month, you see exactly where it goes. It's not going to some black hole, right? It's going to other people that have something going on that month. And I know when we had our procedures, they were able to see where their money went. How cool is that, man?
Honestly, I don't even know why I'm here at this point, because you are selling it all by yourself. I mean, you as a member have been able to see the fact that there is a community at large that is helping one another, sharing these medical expenses. It's not a system where you put money into a fund, a general fund, which I affectionately call a bureaucratic black hole, that hopefully someday you'll be able to get money back out of it. This is a community. And frankly, this is what you would normally do during times that were unexpected and unaffordable. It'd be your friends and family, your neighbors, your community that you would turn to in times of need. And people would help because they know you. Well, because we're all a part of the Liberty HealthShare community, we're voluntarily sharing with one another. On a monthly basis, we share up to about $35 to $40 million worth of medical bills, and this year alone we'll probably do about $500 million worth of medical expenses.
$500 million of medical expenses. And you guys are growing because you do the right thing. The thing that I love about it, you got to understand, Liberty HealthShare, when you have it, it gets you out of the whole insurance rat race, because it's like paying cash. It's like you went to your doctor and you're just paying cash, but you're not. But the other thing is, everything is negotiated down, because what you have to understand, that people that are involved in this, is if you have no insurance and you have no share and you're just paying cash, rates are 3 times as much. I don't know how this happens, Matt, but that's the reality of it. Just because I'm in the share, Liberty HealthShare negotiates it down, and then that's why everybody can share in it. I mean, why is it that if you're actually paying cash, you pay 3 times as much? Why is that? Do you have any idea?
Frankly, there are so many processes that we put in place to drive that cost down. You may have seen in one area hospital, if you were to go pay cash, it costs 3 times as much. But if you were to go down the street, it takes half as that. There's no real market in healthcare expenses these days. And what we've done at Liberty HealthShare is unleashed all of the cost containment measures, the way that you can actually drive that healthcare cost down. And frankly, we get bills that are 50, 60, 70, sometimes 80, 90% off of bill charges. So it's not a silver bullet. Here's how you fix the healthcare billing issue. There are multiple steps that you need to go through, and Liberty HealthShare has painstakingly gone through all of those to ensure that our members share in those medical expenses as little as possible.
Matt, just before the shutdown, the lockdown, the pandemic, and all this unemployment, I had a friend of my family's, he got laid off and he was in between jobs. And of course, he had they extended insurance for a month and it ran out, and he didn't want to take the first job out there. Obviously, back then, you had a lot of options. And he's like, I got to do Cobra. It was like, as a family of 5, that was like $2,300 a month. It was an outrageous amount of money. I'm like, dude, what are you, insane? I mean, why would you just give them money for, no, that's your hard-earned money. Don't do Cobra. Go to libertyhealthshare.org. He says, what? I'm like, look, just go to libertyhealthshare.org. Just go on the site, check them out, call them up. They'll actually answer the phone. You get off to hit 18 buttons. They'll actually answer it. Go to libertyhealthshare.org. And he did that. Pretty unbelievable. So he got his family of 5 on it for under $600, and now he's still on it, and he has a job, but the insurance that they offered, it just was not as good as the share that he had. So he's still on it, and he saved all that money. And after you get the hang of this, it's the best thing ever. Go to libertyhealthshare.org, Matt. It's just fantastic. How are you guys handling this pandemic? How's your business been? Just give us a quick update on that.
Well, we haven't really changed anything in terms of how we share medical expenses because of the way that we do things. We haven't had to make any special appropriations because of the coronavirus. We took care of it, frankly, as a medical expense even before we knew about the issue, just because of the way that we deal with things. Our employees, some are still working at home. So we have a skeleton crew in the office, but we're doing everything we can to take care of our members. It is a difficult time, as you all know, but with Liberty HealthShare, we're actually still sharing medical expenses. We're in the community. We're taking care of those medical bills that may come of the coronavirus. It's not a big shocker to us. We're able to handle those things. So for Liberty HealthShare, I actually like to say it's business as usual.
I tell you what, and business as usual, if you're with Liberty HealthShare, is good business. I want to encourage anybody that is in need of healthcare coverage, anybody that is a 1099, owns their own business, just check it out. You have nothing to lose. Go to libertyhealthshare.org. My family's been on this, Matt, 8 years, as you know, never an issue. Now, the first time you go to the doctor, you got to give them the card. They'll say, what is this? Just have them call the number. I mean, every doctor that I've been to, every hospital, it's one time, then they get it in the system, then they understand how it works. And there's no shockers, there's no surprises. Easiest thing out there, but I love the fact that every time I send money in, I see exactly where it goes. Go to libertyhealthshare.org. And Matt, your dad, who was just on the other day, I want to thank you guys for all you do and the vision that you had in starting this. And now about 300,000 people on it. These are 300,000 families that are directly benefiting from your company. I'll tell you the other thing. Somebody told me this in the company the other day. Your attrition rate is very low. It's under 5%. That's because people are happy, right? They're happy. And so thanks for that, Matt. libertyhealthshare.org. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir. Very much appreciate you being a member.